Hello and welcome to the pet room. What you are looking at is the insides of a 2031 low profile, not high profile drive. There were not many of these made because shortly after they started to turn them out looking, hi Penny, how you doing? How you doing, Penny? Yes, looking very much like the 2031. Not the 50, oh, I'm mixing up every sort of number. Yes, Penny, you've thrown me off here. The 2031s started to look a lot like the 1541s, and after looking inside, they are very much the same. It's just they have the IEEE interface, which goes with the PET. Anyway, the 2031 high profile, which is this here, is, well, it's a half a 4040. I don't know how they came up with the number 2031, but they did. And this one you're looking at here is the very first disk drive my brother and I ever got. But unfortunately at the moment it's not working. And it is flashing a code of one flash. And that's all fine, and that's all good, and that's all dandy. It says it means 0 page. And I've been looking online to figure out, well, what does 0 page mean? And it basically talks about the 6532 chip, or chips, which of course this drive doesn't have. And other things that make a reference to this drive doesn't have, because it's mostly talking about the dual drives. So I have looked online and I found, the 2031 supposedly service manual and other things. And once again, it's just a 0 page, and it doesn't really say what that could mean. So it is frustrating, because right now, I'm not sure you can hear it, but the drive is on. I've had it on for quite some time, and it is spinning, and it is flashing one time. Now, in the midst of this, I did pull out a 2031 low profile, which looks like a 1541, except it isn't. And it has 3 common chips, the 6502, and there are 2 6522 chips. So I swapped both of them into the 2031, and they work just fine. Everything works just fine. The drive works fine. It doesn't. Anyway, so now it's funny. I have not actually swapped the other chips into this drive. Maybe I should. Anyway, what I've been doing is letting this sit here and go for quite a while, and once in a while, I take my fingers and I touch the chips. Now, based on a number of things, first of all, hot chips are generally not good. And I don't know if you remember from what you've been watching, possibly. I fixed some PETs by stealing 2114 chips out of a VIC-20, and I did fix a 4040 disk drive by stealing a 2114 chip out of a VIC-20. This drive has 4 2114 chips, and even though the flash code is not saying that it's RAM, the RAM is getting mighty warm, and it got pretty warm pretty fast. So I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is indeed take the board off, and it's funny, as I touch these, basically I wait to feel myself say ow. And that hurt. You know what? Just because of the way they've been heating up, I think I will start at the very back, and then this, and then this, and then this. And of course, the way I can test these RAM chips, one by one, is to pop them into the screen RAM of this PET next to me that I fixed the RAM problem on, or the screen RAM problem on. And if the screen comes up okay, it means the chip is pretty much okay. And if it doesn't, it means it's bad. So even though the error code is not telling me that that's what I should do, I think that's what I should do. I think. Anyway, there's a lot of support chips in here. I suppose another thing I will do in the midst of all this is indeed swap 6522, 6522, 6502 I'll take them out and put the other ones from the other 2031 in. And, maybe. Now, I have not done anything to test the actual Drive Zero unit part. It's only a single drive. So I will see. First, I would like to get the board happy and see what's what. But if I have time in the midst of that, maybe I'll pop the drive out, pop it in a 4040, see what's what. I will see. Yeah. Oh, one interesting thing about this is, I guess these two things here look funny. They're 28-pin ROMs in 24-pin sockets, and I guess that's just the way they had to do it, and they had to come up with these adapters. I've seen things like this before. I don't know why exactly they're this tall, but they are. And there's definitely little wires wrapped around some of the pins there. There are. Penny, don't be knocking me, Penny. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. Yes, so here is inside a 2031 high profile, full size, same as a 4040, except a single drive. But it's not working. But I want to get it working. And so I will gather, hi Penny, I will gather my desoldering iron and my soldering iron, etc., etc., etc. And of course, any chip I take out, if I go to the trouble of unsoldering it, I'm going to put a socket in. I just have to. I don't want to be taking stuff out again. I'll have to unsolder. So it sits, it spins, it flashes, and that's what it does, endlessly. So stay tuned. We'll see. This drive does have sentimental value, and that it is indeed the first one that my brother and I got, and it was in fact used on the first bulletin board and the Nortec bulletin board, as well as, if you do look at the picture of the December 1984 T-Pug magazine, where you see my brother and I, if you look towards the back, some people think that there's a 9090 on top of a PET. Well, it's not. It's this 2031. That's what it is. So I would like to get it fixed again, and I'm somewhat confident that I will. Maybe not exactly following what the codes tell me, because I don't even know what the codes are telling me, because the chip they're referring to isn't there, and really just 0 page. Sounds like RAM to me, but yet it's not flashing like it should be for RAM. Anyway, thanks so much for coming. Stay tuned. See how this drive and this saga unfold. Ooh, there's my hand. Hello, hand. Okay, bye for now.